My name is Lyrkan and I have a confession to make. I love coffee. Between the distinct flavors it brings, to the energy it gives me, and the culture that accompanies it, it's got everything. I've been from the bustling metropolis of New York to the laid-back cafes of Thailand. Coffee offers a variety on a global scale, but there's one distinct place that's caught my eye. What is that? Budapest. It's time to embark on a journey to uncover the heart and soul of Budapest's coffee obsession. Did you know that coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world, second only to oil? It's enjoyed by over 2 billion people every day, making it one of the most popular beverages globally. Coffee's journey began in the ancient coffee forests of Ethiopia, where legend has it that a goat herder named Kaldi first discovered the bean's potential when his goats became energized after eating them. From Ethiopia, coffee spread to the Arabian Peninsula. By the 15th century, it was being cultivated in Yemen and traded across the Arab world. These coffee houses were often referred to as schools of the wise, where patrons engaged in conversations, listened to music, played chess, and kept up with the times. By the 17th century, coffee had made its way to Europe, where it quickly gained popularity despite initial resistance from some quarters. In England, the first coffee house opened in Oxford in 1650, and soon after, coffee houses sprouted up in major cities across Europe. They became known as penny universities, places where for the price of a penny, one could gain access to stimulating conversations and intellectual discussions. In Budapest, coffee houses have long been integral to the city's social and cultural fabric. These establishments were not just places to enjoy a cup of coffee, they were the epicenters of intellectual life. Today, Budapest coffee culture continues to thrive, blending the old with the new. Whether it's a traditional coffee house or a modern cafe, each venue reflects the city's rich history and vibrant present. Our coffee journey begins in the 16th century, where the Ottoman Empire introduced coffee to Hungary. These early coffee houses, known as cafés, is where new friendships could be forged and news could be spread. By the 19th century, Budapest coffee culture had entered its golden age, where coffee houses sprang up everywhere. Here, amidst the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, ideas for the revolution for freedom and independence were passionately debated. During the 1848 Hungarian Revolution, coffee houses such as the Pilvex Cafe became crucibles for revolutionary fervour. Welcome to the first stop on our coffee journey, My Little Melbourne Coffee, established in 2012 by a couple inspired by their travels to Australia. They wanted to bring the exceptional quality and innovative coffee culture they experienced in Melbourne to Budapest. Little Melbourne Coffee is situated in the historic Jewish quarter of Budapest, an area steeped in rich history and cultural significance. Today, the Jewish quarter is one of Budapest's most dynamic areas, filled with room bars, trendy restaurants, and of course, exceptional coffee houses like this one. They are the first to have their specialty coffee in this region, and so they get a quick cult following. Let's see how it goes. After a rich, dark cup of coffee, there's no better way to experience Budapest than to lose yourself in its streets. Here, every corner holds a story, and the culture radiates from the stones beneath your feet. And then there's the Great Market Hall, the heart of Budapest culinary culture. Built in 1897, this place is a feast for the senses. It's a vibrant, living museum of Hungarian tradition, where century-old recipes and local craftsmanship still thrive. Here, you can find anything from sweet Tokaju wine to spicy Hungarian paprika, a staple of its cuisine. The air is rich with the scent of fresh bread and sizzling langos, while the sight of embroidered tablecloths and handmade ceramics remind me of Hungary's proud folk traditions. It's a little later in the day and I'm now in a Neapolitan restaurant in Hungary called Passata, and I've got myself here a regular cappuccino. Let's see how it goes. I find myself drawn towards other cornerstones of Budapest's cultural heritage, its churches. These sacred spaces, much like the cafés and markets, have been at the heart of the city's history. While the Ottomans introduced coffee into Hungarian culture in the 16th and 17th century, it was the church that played a pivotal role in introducing it and implementing it into Hungarian society. By the 18th century, coffee houses began to emerge as important social hubs. The church, recognizing the influence of these establishments, began to accept coffee as part of everyday life. Our next stop takes us to one of Budapest's most iconic landmarks, St. Matthias Church and the Fisherman's Bastion. Under the arches of the Fisherman's Bastion, it's easy to imagine the centuries of history that have unfolded. We are here at the Matthias Church, which was constructed in the 14th century, and just underneath the Fisherman's Bastion, I'm here with a nice macchiato with a luxurious view to the side. Let's see how it goes. As we leave the magnificent St. Matthias Church behind, its rich Gothic towers casting shadows over the cobblestone streets, we now head towards the crown jewel of Budapest history, the legendary Buda Castle. Perched high on Castle Hill, Buda Castle has stood as a symbol of Hungarian royalty, power, and resilience for centuries. Its origins trace back to the 13th century when King Belov IV ordered its constructions after the Mongol invasion. This majestic palace has since witnessed countless historical shifts, from the reign of Hungarian kings to the struggles of World War II. Buda Castle isn't just a monument, it's a living museum. Its walls echo the stories of the past, including deep ties to St. Matthias Church, which once served as the coronation site for Hungarian kings. King Matthias himself was crowned in that very church, and his royal court graced these castle halls. As we descend from the heights of the castle, we venture into something much more hidden, the Rock Church. Carved deep into Galert Hill, this hidden sanctuary offers a sacred contrast to the grandeur of Buda Castle. The Rock Church, officially established in 1926, occupies what was once a natural cave known as the Holy Grotto. Legend has it that a hermit once lived there, using the natural thermal waters that flowed through the cave for healing. But in the 20th century, it was transformed into a place of worship by the Pauline monks. Within these walls of ancient stone, the sacred merges with the natural world. The church's modest structure contrasts sharply with the imposing Buda Castle, yet both sites share the same spirit of resilience. Budapest's rich history, woven through its castles and churches, speaks not only of kings and wars, but of faith and endurance. From the grandeur of Buda Castle to the history sanctity of the Rock Church, this city tells a tale of survival and rebirth, one that still captivates every visitor,
including those who, like me, seek its secrets through a cup of coffee.
Our next stop takes us to Café Frey, a coffee shop that offers a world tour with every cup. Café Frey is not just a coffee house, it's a global experience for coffee. It was founded by Tamás Frey, a renowned Hungarian journalist and author who brought his experiences home. Each drink on the menu tells a story, representing different coffee traditions from every corner of the globe. From the rich, dark brews of South America to the aromatic spices of Middle Eastern coffee, Café Frey offers an unparalleled variety that reflects the cultural diversity of our world. People quickly become accustomed to the wide global variety of coffees that the shop had to offer, accompanied by delicious confectionaries and pastries. My personal favourite was the Arabic coffee, brewed over hot sand, but a usual Italian espresso would do.
I have an Arabic coffee, a hazelnut latte, and a mango and coconut cheesecake.
Today, we're taking a short day trip from Budapest to the charming town of Szentendre, a place known for its picturesque streets, rich history, and vibrant art scene. The town of Szentendre, which is located just over 20 kilometers north of Budapest, founded by Serbian settlers fleeing the Ottoman Empire in the 17th century. Taking a break from Budapest today, so I've travelled by train to Szentendre, where I'll be having a coffee eventually. But first I've started off with this nice lavender and Szentendre cream ice cream.
According to the legend, long ago, two brothers, Hunor and Magor, were hunting in the vast wilderness when they spotted a magnificent white stag. The stag led them on a wild chase across rivers and mountains deep into unknown land. They followed the creature, mesmerized, but no matter how far they went, they could never catch it. After days of pursuit, the brothers found themselves in a land so beautiful and bountiful, they decided to settle there. The land would become Hungary. The white stag in Hungarian law represents a guide, a symbol of destiny that led them to their future home.
Our coffee stop here is at Café Lex, a cafe that not only serves delicious coffee but also caters to a variety of dietary preferences with its vegan options. Café Lex offers a range of vegan lunch items, plant-based milk options for coffee, and an array of delectable vegan cakes and house-made bonbons. After walking around Szentendre, having an ice cream and seeing the Japanese garden that it has, I now have a flat white at Café Lex. Let's see how it goes. So if the hustle and bustle of Budapest is a bit too much for you, Szentendre can offer medieval tradition, beautiful shops and a luscious lake. All the while, Café Lex is waiting for you.
As we conclude our journey through Budapest and its coffee culture, it's clear that this city has a deep and enduring love affair with coffee. From its historic coffee houses to modern cafes, each cup tells a story of tradition, innovation, and community. Coffee in Budapest isn't just a drink, it's a way of life, a connector of past and present, and a beacon of cultural exchange. As we look to the future, the coffee culture in Budapest, and indeed around the world, continues to evolve. We're seeing a rise in specialty coffee shops, a growing appreciation for sustainable and ethically sourced beans, and innovative brewing techniques that push the boundaries of flavor. From cold brews and nitro coffee to plant-based alternatives and artisanal brewing methods, the coffee scene is more dynamic than ever. But no matter how much coffee culture evolves, at its heart, it's always about bringing people together. So, whether you're in Budapest, Rome, London, or anywhere else in the world, remember that each cup of coffee carries with it its own rich tapestry of history, culture, and community that all ties us together. This is Budapest Coffee Obsession. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep sipping, and keep discovering the world one cup at a time.